Okay, since I was running around here in the kayak, I thought I'd give you a walkthrough of the Hobie Pro Angler, my Pro Angler. This is a Hobie Pro Angler 14. It's a 2018 I bought used. So we'll start at the front. Anchor trolley is on there. I keep my net up here so I can get to it using one of the little H holders. Goes right there. Bingo, bango, bongo. Inside of my hatch, just odds and ends in my hatch, there's a Yeti loadout box. It has a drone in it. It's got my camera in it, GoPro accessories, batteries, anything I might need is in there for filming. There's a camera in there and some chips, snacks, other stuff. There's some medical stuff in the other dry box, just a sort of accessory stuff in there. Okay, put that back where we found it. I like my fish finder up front. I'm not too big into electronics. Just running a simple Lowrance hook. No live stream, no live scope because I get distracted by electronics. So there you go. Working back along the 8 trail. This is where my junk goes or used or anything I got hanging to dry. There's a Bluetooth speaker hanging there, right? This little rope is either my tow rope for the front if I'm working through this shallow, which I am, or if you're gonna have a Hobie, you have to have this rope attached on the H rail. And the reason is because if you flip, you're gonna use this to flip yourself back over. And so this rope lives on this Hobie and it drags if I need to, and it just lives right there. That's it. So if I flip over in the yak and I've got to get my Hobie back over, I can reach over, grab this rope, and then pull it back over towards me. And that's all that rope does. It just lives right there. Cup holder. My handle looks a little different. I broke my original handle, so I bought this one from a guy on Etsy Marketplace. It's 3D printed. It's much stiffer than the normal one, so I like it. Got my Yeti. This is the little bit heavier dutier one, you know. It's got the heavy lid on it that screws on, so I like that. It's my blank bottle. Won this recently at the Knucklehead, KBF Knucklehead. I keep behind my seat, I keep my catch board just kind of laying back there. Okay, so I run a 2-crate system. 1 crate, the black pack, the Yak Attack backpack, the Yak Attack black pack runs. It has just all my tackle in it. And I don't carry a ton of tackle. I used to, but I've slimmed down just to the things I use. So there's my tackle. As you can see, a few boxes, some bags, that's about it. I'll show you my soft plastics in a minute. In this one, in my Hobie H crate, in the summer there's a gallon Yeti mount over here on the side because it's hot. In here I keep a battery box and some plastics. I carry 5 rods with me most of the time. I got my little ratchety flag with me. This thing's been broke and beat up, but it's attached to the back of my black pack. Then I'm running a anchor trolley on the side there, right? Then as you come around, watch the rod. This side is a little different. This side has my GoPro, and as you see, there's a ram mount over there. So this GoPro is running, and I don't run it with a battery in it. It's got a pass-through door on it that keeps it running, and it runs to a battery box in there, so it runs all the time. This ram mount is attached to I got that attached in, and it's mounted in And that is a Mevo camera, and I can run live if I want or record, and it's got a big old SD card in it. Now, over here, I also have a ram mount, track mount, and I put this Yak Attack over here to hold my little paddle, and I use a half paddle just to kind of angle myself differently if I need to. And I have a rod holder, so I can switch up real quick without having to reach behind me. If I'm fishing one, I want to throw that, I can. Then I keep most of the plastics I'm using going this H-rail that's broke. I just stuck it beside the seat. Got it hanging out there. Got my VMC crossover tool right there. You know, I throw a lot of wacky rig. Then back I've got that. And then in my hatch, I've got sponge, weird things, tape, another ball mount, my keys, and 2 little batteries. One for my lights. If it gets dark, I'll just plug my lights in. And this was for my fish finder. I quit running a switch some years ago because the switches kept messing up and I got tired of it. So there you go. And then we're back to the front. Also, under my seat, I run a little Craftsman Versa stack with it's a good place to just throw my little stuff or stuff I want to use or get to, or, you know, any of those things. And that is my Hobie Pro Angler. I figured since I had stepped out, I might as well make you a little video letting you see how I have my setup. And I just run the 5 rods, and that's it. So there you go. Out here on this creek, beautiful afternoon.